Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children, welcome to our online class Ekalaiva. Today we are going to see class 6 subject name is subject science. The topic name is things around us. The topic name is things around us. See. Last session we saw the interaction between the biotic components and abiotic components, isn't it? The interaction between the biotic and abiotic components. In this interaction between the biotic components, the third topic is recycling of nutrition between different biotic and abiotic components, isn't it? The recycling of nutrition, how the nutrients are recycling between the biotic components. In this third topic is nutrients are recycling with the biotic components. See, we know that lot of the biotic components are present in the environment, is it or not? In the ecosystem, lot of the biotic components are there. These biotic components, they transport their nutrition among them. How they transfer the nutrition means, we know very well, plants can make their food, isn't it? They can make their own food. So they are producers. They are autotroph. No, we know very well autotroph means they can make their food their own, means that type of the organisms are called autotrophs, isn't it? Auto means self, trophs means food. So they can make their food on their own, so they are called autotroph. As well as animals are called heterotrophs. Hetero means different, trophs means food. So animals depend on their food on other animals, the different organism. That's why they are called the heterotrophs. Okay, how they are interact with each other, how they depend each other means the plants giving the food to the animals. Not only the animals, all the heterotrophs, all the human beings, birds, insects, many things, all the organisms depend on their food on the plants. Okay, so the plants giving the food and shelter to the animals, so the plants can make the nutritions prepare. The prepared nutritions are given to the heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means the animals which depending on their food on plant, means they are heterotrophs. So this heterotrophs, they are having that nutritions, they get the nutrition from the plants, that nutritions are again how they are returned to the plants. They are returned into the soil, then the plants can grow in the soil, so they have the same nutritions again get it into the plants. This is the interaction between the biotic and biotic components. Okay. Next, based on their food habits, animals are categorized into 4. How we can say that? We know very well plants are making the food. So they are called the producers. They are called the producers because they can make their food with the help of the photosynthesis. Then next one is the consumers. Next animals we can say consumers. Consumers means they depend their food on the plants. Okay, they consume their food on the plants. So all the things are called consumers. Apart from this consumer we can divide into 3. We can say 3. What are they means? Primary consumer. Primary consumer means the herbivores can eat their food directly on the plants. Producers, they are taking their food directly from the plants. So they are called the primary consumers. Next one is the secondary consumer. Secondary consumer means secondary consumers feed on their food on the primary consumers. Primary consumer means the herbivores, So the secondary consumer we can say the lion, means this lion can get the food from the primary consumer, deer, cow, like that. So they are all secondary consumer. Third one is the tertiary consumer. Tertiary consumer means if frog is there, this frog having their feed on the insects, then this frog is eaten by the snake, so the snake is a tertiary consumer. Okay, so consumers we can say 3. One is the primary consumer, and then secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Next one is the scavengers. Scavengers means they feed on dead animals because they cannot hunt. Now, like a secondary consumer means the carnivores, like a carnivores, they cannot hunt the food, their prey. So, they are depending their food on the other dead animals. Okay. So, like these animals are called scavengers. We can say the example hyenas like these animals. Okay. Next one is the decomposers. Decomposers means they feed on dead and decayed matter, then they leave that, they are leaving their nutrients into the soil. They help to clean the things. Okay, that's why they are called the decomposers. Decompose means they destroyed all the things from the dead organism. That's why they are all decomposers. See. First I told no producers. We know very well producers means plants. Why they are called producers means they can make their food with the help of photosynthesis. They can make their food with the help of photosynthesis. What does mean photosynthesis? Already we read about this photosynthesis. Photo means, see, photo means sunlight. Photo means sunlight. Synthesis means putting together. Okay. So, see, if you are preparing any food in your home means we can get the many things. We need the utensils, vessels, and then we need food materials, pulses, cereals, like that things as we need. Without things we cannot prepare the food. We need the heat energy. Is it or not? We can get the heat from the gas stove like that. The same thing, if the plant can make their food means in the photosynthesis, they can get the many things from the surroundings. But they have to put together, they need energy to convert that materials like as a food. That is the photosynthesis. Okay. What are the things we need for the plants need for their photosynthesis means, see, first of all they need the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide means animals and human beings let out during the exhalation, they are sent out the carbon dioxide. So, the plants can get this carbon dioxide. Okay. They get from the carbon dioxide from their surroundings. Then next one, they get the nutrients and minerals from and water from the soil. The root can absorb the water from the soil. They can absorb the water from the soil. And then next, all the things is, okay, apart from this, the plants especially having the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll means we know that it is a green pigment. That's why all the plants looking like a green color. Okay. So, these things is, what are that? Carbon dioxide, water and minerals from the soil, and then they are already having chlorophylls. So, all the things is putting together, they preparing the food with the help of sunlight. If all the things is there but the sunlight is not there means they cannot prepare the food. So, this all the things is putting together make a food. What is the food? Food is called a glucose. They making the food, no? After that they making the glucose. But the plants cannot directly store this food as a glucose. After that they converted the glucose as a starch. It is a converted as a starch. Then these extra foods are stored in the body parts of the plant. What are the body parts? The stem, root, leaf, fruits, vegetable, flowers, these are all body part of the plants. So, they are stored all their extra nutrients in the body part. Okay. So, this is the photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis plants can make their own food. So, that is why the plants are called producers. Next one is the consumers. Already we saw consumers are three types. We saw that no, consumers means they consume, they cannot prepare food, they depending on other animals. So, they are heterotrophs, no. Thus consumers we can say three. What are they? First one is the primary consumer. What is the primary consumer? They feed on plants on directly. They get the nutrition from the plants directly. That's why they are called the primary consumers. That's why they are called primary consumers. See, they are called the primary consumers. Then we can say the example, we know that no, rabbit, cow, like this herbivore, all the herbivores are called the primary consumers. All the herbivores are primary consumers. Next one is the secondary consumer. Secondary consumers means we know that some animals eating the herbivorous animals, that animals are called carnivores, that is called carnivores. So, the carnivorous animals are called the secondary consumer. Why it is means primary consumer get the nutrient directly from the plant. But after that, what are the nutrients they get into their body? Then the if the carnivores having this herbivore means they get the nutrient from the herbivore animals. Okay, so these are all called the secondary consumers, isn't it? We know very well what are the carnivorous animals. Tiger, lion, these are all carnivores. No. So, they are secondary consumers. Apart from this, omnivores is there. Now, what is omnivores? They can eat both plant as well as the flesh of other animals. So, they are secondary. So, omnivores also secondary consumers. Next one is the tertiary consumers. What is tertiary consumers? They feed, the consumer feed on the other consumer. They are feeding other consumer. So, like this consumers are tertiary consumers. For example, we can see here grass. Grass means plants. So, plants are the producers. They are producers. This grass is eaten by some animals. Okay. They are primary consumers. If they here we can see the grasshoppers. Grasshopper directly eat the body parts of the plant or leaf, stem like that. So, they are primary consumers. This primary consumer is feed on the secondary consumer. We know that the frog can eat the other insects and small insect creatures. No. So, they are the secondary consumers. Then this frog is eaten by other consumer. Which one? We can say the snake, no, the python. So, this is called the tertiary consumer. This is the interaction between the animals. Then next one we have to see the scavengers. Scavengers already I told no, scavengers they cannot hunt their prey directly. So, they are eating the dead organisms. Carnivores, which hunted the carnivores hunted the animals, no. If they left over the things, no, they can eat that leftover things. So, the dead animals they can eat. Like these animals are called scavengers. After that, they break down them. Break down the particles into the small things. Okay. For example, we can say vulture, hyena, beetles, they are also called the scavengers. These are all scavengers. Okay. Then last one is the next one, decomposers. Decomposers means they destroyed the dead animal, dead and decayed organism. They are degrading. After that, they break down into the soil. These organisms are called the decomposers. See, they feed remains of the dead organisms and releasing their nutrition. We know that after that all the living organisms are having the lifespan. Is it or not? After that, after the death, the body part of the plant or animals, even though body part, plants and animals, they are decomposing with the help of some microbes. Like these organisms are called decomposers. We can say the example bacteria, fungi, these are all the decomposers. Okay, they are decomposing. Why they decomposing means they feed on the nutrition from the dead and remaining particles. So, they decomposed the things. Then they are decomposed, no. After that all the fleshes and bones, everything will be decomposed. After that the animal which dead, the animal having some nutritions, no. This all the nutritions let out into the soil. After that, if a plant can grow in that place means the plant again can absorb this all the nutrition which animal dead and decayed. So, this is the interaction between biotic components. Thank you. To receive our online class, please press the subscribe button and receive the latest updates. Thank you.